So I'm gonna give you guys the first peek at the Plow Brothers employee headquarters. Coming soon. So it's kind of messy right now, guys. So don't mind the mess. Got the old dump truck here. And this was the very first unit that we worked on. You can see the yellow tag right there, limited entry. So this wall here was completely bulged out and the snow had squashed it. So what we did was we came in and we removed all the drywall all the way around. And once we opened it up, we put supports in, and then this entire wall was like a rake framed wall. So we had to actually, and it had a top plate right above the window and then like a little pony wall above. So what we ended up doing was we cut sections out of that top wall I think it was about every 16 inches. And we ran full length studs all the way to the ground, which allowed that us to suck that wall back in and then basically reinforce it. It's not a bearing wall, this one wasn't, which we found out later. So that was cool. But it's a mess, that's for sure. But this one here is ready to go back together and flooring finish. So hopefully in the next few days, we'll have this thing all put back together and cleaned, and I'll bring you guys back in and show you what it looks like. I'm not sure if we're gonna try and salvage this flooring. I have all the pieces, but it took a beating. We should have covered it. That was a mistake not covering it. Whoever was here before us got paint and stuff on it when they were, the remodeling here wasn't the greatest before, but, and this is an older building, so all three of these. But it's a great little spot. This one right here is a 2-bedroom. It's got a nice living room. This is the biggest unit of all, and it's actually the one that's in the best shape. So that one needed literally same thing with the wall. We did the framing and whatnot. I don't know what that is. Here we had the same thing. This unit here, and all right, so they're finishing up drywall here. I could see a little daylight right there on that beam, but that'll get all filled in with caulking. It'll end up looking like this one over here, nice and clean all the way around. Last little bits, we're gonna get it all mudded up. I got a new window ordered for here, and then we'll start trimming it out. We'll be ready for flooring, and it'll be good to go. So last year, these roofs here, these flatter roofs, all three of these buildings had at one time, they had about 8 feet of snow on top of them. So by doing that, this thing got yellow tagged because the building started to fail. And but we came in with the engineer and we checked all the structural stuff. The foundation remained intact. It was just really the vertical members of the foundation that had issues. Now here's our other one, and it's kind of getting oh, you know what, so also I noticed over there we got to really fit and finish around these beams. You see what I'm saying? Like you have a couple of them done over there, but you can't have the gap. We need those caulked in, and yeah. So first you mud it, get the bit, and then get it all clean, and then maybe just run a nice clean bead of caulking around before we paint. And yeah, all of them need work. Yeah, we need to spend work on that. Yeah. Yep. You got it. So all of these walls were removed, and that's the only one that wasn't. Yeah. So, but they're not bad apartments, and once we get them all cleaned up and get them painted and cleaned, it's gonna be great. A great place for the guys. And like I said, we got this whole thing leased out. We made a good deal with the owner. So once we finish it, it's Plow Brothers employee headquarters. All right, the sun popped out. It's nice. Let's go back up and see how Owen's doing before we head down to industrial. Oh, nice to feel that sun on your back. So here we go. This guy has chains on, okay? And the roads are like, there's nothing wrong with the roads, but he's got chains on. I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this. Like, this is the frustrating thing about being in Mammoth is, like, people come up here. I mean, look at this. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? And she's talking. She's talking. You can't drive and you're talking. Like, you don't belong up here if that's how you're gonna drive. I'll tell you that much. Oh yeah, that sun is nice. Okay, let's see. Looks like he has one up so far. No, I think those are gonna look better. They're smaller and yeah, it's a better look. Okay, there's the first one up. I think it'll be just fine. Well, we're gonna head on back towards the house now and get a little book work done, or computer work I should say. And I might take the dogs down here and let them run real quick over at Sherwin, let them get their energy out before we go back to the house and hang out for a bit. What are you doing? There's a whole middle lane for you. Wow. Unbelievable, guys. Bad drivers of Mammoth. I should start a series just of that. Bad drivers of Mammoth. Oh, you're stuck. Bad drivers of Mammoth. I'm gonna let Sadie and Bud run out here for a little bit, and then we're gonna pop over to the warming hut. I changed my mind. Kind of hungry. Bud, are you kidding? Bro, are you kidding me? He's excited about this. You getting excited, bud? All right, let's go let you out. The old Sherwin dog park. That's what I call it. We got a lot of logs out here this year. This is the most I've ever seen out here, actually. This whole thing's like full. Normally it's like a back section back there, just that's it. This is like, I don't know, several years worth of wood here. It's the most I've seen. I'm sure maybe somebody can tell me they've seen more, but in the years I've been up here, this is definitely the most I've ever seen down here. It's a lot. There's a lot of wood here, guys. Beautiful day here in Mammoth, guys. Bud, come here. Got my Plow Brothers gator on, and I'm loving it. You guys got to go grab you one of those gators off the site, plowbrothers365.com. Go check it out. We got hats, gators, hoodies, all the Plow Brothers gear you could ever wish for. All right, we're gonna cruise into DIY and get on some light bulbs for the rest of those fixtures that he's putting up right now. We're looking for some 8.8, 800 lumen right there. Okay. The DIY mascot cat right there. Pretty cool cat. That cat just lives here in the store. All right, we got our bulbs, and there's the store mascot. That's a cool cat. That's what you call a cool cat. We are still gonna make our way to Warming Hut because I'm starving, but I gotta run these light bulbs up to Owen real quick. So let's go do that and see how the fixtures look, and then we're gonna go eat. Okay, I'm gonna park here in the no parking spot, but I don't think those look too bad. Well, let's see what they look like at night. We're heading on down to the hut now. Let's grab something to eat. All right, I'm just stopping by the office real quick. I'm gonna grab some quick swag for some of the folks over at Warming Hut. I really like that gray P logo hat, but there's the Mammoth Mountain Life one. That one's pretty cool too. So I'll grab a couple hats and some beanies. Still got a bunch of these left, guys. These white gold hoodies. They're really cool. Hang on, I'll show you real quick. Those white gold hoodies with the Yeti logo on the back. Plow Brothers. And then they say white gold on the sleeve, which is super cool. You see the white gold there on the sleeve. Those are nice. All right, we got our swag. And we're gonna head on out. Let's go grab something to eat. Here we go. Best breakfast in town by far. Warming Hut. It's where you're gonna wanna go for all your dining needs. Definitely one of our favorite spots here in town. So here we go. We got a full house here in the Warming Hut. What's up? Special today is a Denver omelet. I might have to go with that. Looks pretty good. Hi, Alex. Yeah, everybody's enjoying a nice meal here. Just had an excellent lunch, well, brunch, I would say, over at our favorite spot, the Warming Hut. And as usual, everything turned out great, and the hospitality was awesome. So now we're gonna head up to Majestic Pines and check out a shoring project. Looks like some roofs that need to be shored up. We're gonna go take a look at that and see what we need to do over there. So stick around, let's see how it goes. So we're heading down here on Majestic, over here behind Eagle Lodge area. And we're gonna look for this house real quick, see if we can't find it, and see what we gotta do. All right, we just got here over here on Majestic Pines. So we're gonna go back here and take a look. Seems like the decks in the rear are failing back here. So they're buckling, is what we've heard. So I'm gonna walk back here and check it out real quick. Okay, well, I can see right here that's curving down like that. So it's definitely starting to fall a little bit. possibly these footings here. This could be a similar scenario to 1985 Forest Trail. Okay, I see the same issue occurring over here. I can see that beam is literally twisted over like that. Can you see that, guys? I'll try to show it to you. So that's, well, this is definitely way too far of a span right here for just 2 posts. There should be 3 posts, 1, 2, 3. And what's happening is, and the beam is undersized. It should be at least an 8x12, kind of like what we're doing at Forest Trail right now. So what you can see is the bird's mouth opening up over here, right there. And that whole side, look at that. That's probably close to 1 inch right there. This whole thing is dipping down and sagging. So we're definitely gonna have to temporarily shore this thing up and then talk about getting some engineering done and actually pretty much rebuilding this deck. I think we can salvage this deck, but we're gonna have to definitely do some rebuilding here. Just hanging out in the backyard. Sadie and Bud. What are you guys doing? You having fun? Playing in the backyard? Sadie's got a stick. All right, keep playing. You're fine. So the boys are setting a cell tower up on the mountain, up by Main Lodge up there, and Brent just gave me a call. He's got the crane up there, and I think we're gonna try and run up there real quick and see if we can show you guys a cell tower being set at probably about 100 foot off the ground. So let's go see what we got. Okay, so we're making our way up the hill here, heading towards Main Lodge. And we're gonna pop in at the lower garage area where they've been working on a cell tower site over there, and it's pretty much finalized. And Brent's up there setting the antenna way up there, about 100 feet in the air. So he just called me a little bit ago and said they were up here, him and I believe Dan and Brian are up here, so we're gonna go see what the boys are doing. There's Woolies Tube Park. So I showed you guys probably a while back, I don't know, a few videos back, we were putting in some meter protectors over there. So now we're across the street over here at the, this is the maintenance garage for the mountain right here. And they have all kinds of their equipment that they do here in the mountain, you know, all the stuff they do up here. I mean, pretty cool. They got like pretty much everything you could ever want to do this, and there it is. So there they are up there working on the tower right there. You can see. We'll go talk to Brent here in a minute and see how everything's going with him. I'm gonna park over here, try to park out of the way so I don't get in trouble. we go, guys. Brent's down there in the crane. Got that thing all rigged up right there. Pretty impressive. He's got the boom on. He's pretty much fully extended right here. About as high as you're gonna get. And he's still got a little bit left there. But I mean, look at that. Look at that genie boom, or that's a JLG boom, but those guys up there in that thing's moving around. Tell you better be real comfortable with yourself when you're climbing around on that. You can see he's got his helmet on, and he's all harnessed up. You definitely don't want to fall from that height right there, guys. So we're gonna come on down. We're gonna walk down there and talk to Brent and see how things have been going for him. Let's get on around. That's a pretty cool truck on tracks. The old Ford on tracks. That's a sweet rig right there. Every piece of equipment a guy could ever want right here in this yard. Definitely, this would be a very fun place to work, and glad we get to help out here and there with stuff with these guys, because it definitely makes things fun. You can see how high up we are down there. There's Crowley Lake down there, way down there. That's Crowley, guys. So you can see all the rigging and everything they've got here, all the cables. Pretty impressive here, folks. So we just popped up here to the main garage, maintenance garage for the mountain here, and here's this big old cell tower. Brent's up here setting it. How long you been up here? Just since yesterday, or?
Well, we set the tower about a month and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
And then yesterday I set the crane up so that we could lift the antennas, because they got the antennas built. Now we're putting all the pieces together, and then they'll get it all hooked up over the next few months.
Yeah, so all the cable here, that's all the infrastructure for so we can actually get some cell service up here now, huh?
Maybe.
Cool. Good stuff. So he's working on the radio with those guys right now. You can see, it's hard to tell, but he's actually booming back right now and kind of leaning that ball over. And I believe they're gonna unhook the rigging right now. You see the guys climbing up there. Yeah, looks like he's getting ready to unhook it. Everything's bolted up. So Brent Allen right here, Allen Ironworks, pretty much a local legend up here, has done it all, been around. How long you been up here, Brent?
This is my 39th winter.
39 seasons up here. And your wife works up at the mountain, right?
My wife is Director of Guest Services for Mammoth.
So they've definitely been around the block up here in Mammoth, and like I said, pretty much a local legend up here. One of these days, when I get ready to start that podcast, I'm gonna get you guys on there, and I'm gonna try to start get some guests and people that have been at Mammoth, and share the history of Mammoth. That's what we're trying to do. But So there's the antennas over there, right there on the ground. And I think they're gonna rig one up here in just a minute. Brent's lowering the crane down. Well, unfortunately my phone died. And we're gonna make our way back down to the Plow Brothers employee headquarters and see how the guys are doing over there. And then I think we're about ready to turn it in for the day. We had a nice lunch down at Warming Hut, and that was good. Well, it was a brunch, I should say. But got to see Brent up in the crane, setting that tower, pretty impressive. He and I talked a bit about the upcoming podcast. I've told you guys on previous videos that I'm gonna start one, and I want to do that. So I'm just still trying to learn all the ins and outs of actually doing one before I launch into my first session. Probably do some test runs with just with just the boys sitting around a table telling stories. That'll be our intro into it. But I've got some really cool guests that I've already talked to, and they're willing to come be on our podcast. So it's a little bit of history of Mammoth, and it's just awesome to have the ability to be able to bring these people in and sit down and have them be able to tell their stories of how they got started here in Mammoth. And one of these days maybe I'll be sitting down and telling my story on that same podcast, but you never know. So we'll see how that goes, and things are looking up, looking for that snow to come in tomorrow, and life is good for the moment. All right, we just got over here. Just made it back over to Plow Brothers employee headquarters. So we're gonna just continue on with the cleanup here. How we doing? Yeah, so you're working on this one here. Yeah, we definitely got to do something with these floors, huh? We need to get these closet doors. I don't know why we don't just get them hung back up. This drywall, if we're not going to use it, it's trash. Get it out. This box, there's this stuff. If it's not going to be used, it's trash. It needs to go out. There's no sense in just putting it in the corner. The idea, no clutter, like everything clean. So same here, this room, like anything in here that's not going to be kept. I mean, if somebody's going to install this track lighting somewhere, that's fine. But this goes in the catch-all, right? This is the catch-all unit over here. So all this, everything. I'm talking all of that, all of this. This should be an empty shell.
Well, whatever I'm going to keep for in here, I'm going to keep in here.
Well, for right now, I want an empty shell so I can come in here and mop these floors. I want this thing clean. So everything goes in the catch-all for now. And then we come back and you grab whatever you want out of that. Okay? That goes for every single unit. Is that a heater?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want every single unit a empty shell so we can mop, sweep, clean, and then we'll as we want to bring stuff in out of that catch-all, we'll bring it in. But I can't do nothing with this or that, or, all this stuff out. You know what I mean? Everything. Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for the day here. All right, folks, we're calling it a day on this video. Hope you enjoyed following us around, and stick around for the next one because it's probably going to be some more snow on the ground. We're going to be pushing it around for you guys and running around trying to catch some cool stuff throughout that next storm. So don't forget to like, comment on the video, let us know what you think, and go ahead and check out plowbrothers365.com, and we'll see you on the next one.